26, 10th Canto Bhagavatam, Chapter 1, Advent of Krishna, verse 44. So, repeat after me. Tasman nakarya kasya chidroham.
Tasman nakasya chidroham.
Acharate satata vida.
Acharet satata vidha.
Atmana shemam anvichan.
Atmana kshemam anvichan.
Drogdurve parto bhayam.
Drogdurve parato bhayam.
So to review the scene here, Krishna hasn't manifested yet. This is the marriage day of Vasudeva and Devaki, and Devaki's brother Kamsa is driving the chariot to take Devaki and Vasudeva to their house. And he hears the aerial voice proclaiming that the eighth child of Devaki will kill Kamsa. So Kamsa, being afraid, he wants to eliminate Devaki, because there's no Devaki, there's no children, and then Kamsa lives. That's his logic. So he immediately stops the chariot and takes his sword out and grabs the hair of Devaki and ready to cut her head off. So the own brother is willing to kill the sister. So naturally, Vasudeva is quite alarmed and quite fearful. So he's trying different ways to cool down Kamsa and convince him to stop his anticipated murder of his wife. So he uses logic, he uses diplomacy, to, complimenting him and creating division in his mind and talking about family connection. So it's still going on in this verse 44 translation. This is Vasudeva trying to reason with a madman. He says, envious, impious activities create a body in which one suffers in the next life. So why should we act impiously? Considering your welfare, one should not envy anyone. For an envious person must always fear harm from one's enemies, either in this life or in the next life. So he's trying to indicate to Kamsa that because killing is like the fullest expression of envy. Because envy means you don't want the person who has something that you want to live. Somebody's rich and you're envious of them. You want their money and want them to disappear. Give all their money to you. So often envy ends up in murder. So he's saying how you became so envious of your sister. You want to kill her. This is sinful and impious. And don't you know he's trying to create some fear in his mind that your next life you're going to really suffer for this, and also this life. So what's the commentary is rather short of Vishnu. A person covered by ignorance should not commit violence. Drogdur is a Sanskrit word that means envious. One who commits violence to others, there's no fear from Yamaraj. There's no fear of harm from Yamaraj and others. I don't know if that's correct.
Serious fear.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I missed it. Maybe I was speaking autobiographical. For one who commits violence to others, there is fear of harm from Yamaraj and others. Okay, so be good. Behave yourself. I'll beat up your god brothers. Or god sisters. This verse, Vasudeva uses a diplomatic principle of beta division to instill fear in concept. Okay, let's read text 45. So he's trying to create some create some agitation in his mind, make him a little fearful. Vasudeva is running out of ideas here. And running out of time also. This is what they call a cliffhanger. They say, are you going to get her head cut off or not? Okay, text 45. Esha Tavanujabala
Esha Tamanujabala
Kripana Putrikopama
Kripana Putrikopama
Hantum Narhasi Kalyanim
Antum Narhasi Kalyanim
Imam Tvam Dinavatsala.
Imam Tvam Dinavatsala.
This poor girl is your younger sister. She's like your daughter. You should be affection towards her. You're merciful, therefore you should not kill her. She deserves your affection. So now he's trying to invoke heart. He tried to create some change in his mentality and his intelligence and his mind, and now he's trying to touch his heart. He says, she's your sister. You should love her, you should have affection. She's like your daughter. You'll kill your daughter? You're that crazy? He's not saying yes or no. Now let's look at text 46. Shishuku, so what's going to happen? We don't know. This doesn't look so good. Shishuku vacha.
Sri Sukha Vacha
Evam sasamabhir veder.
Evam Sasamabhir
Bodhyamano pidaruna.
Bodhyamano Pidaruna
Na nyavartata kauravya.
Nanyavartata Kauravya
Purushadan anuvrata.
Purushadan Anuvrata.
That's pretty cool. Shukadeva Goswami is saying, Shukadeva is stepping in the narration here. It's a dialogue, well, it's a monologue. It's a one-sided dialogue between Kamsa and Vasudeva. Kamsa is not replying, he's just listening, so it's kind of like a monologue. Now the narrator of the story, Shukadeva, steps into the picture to describe this guy Kamsa to Parikshit, who was also a king like Kamsa. He said he was fiercely cruel. He was a follower of Rakshasas. Purusha Adan Anuvrata. Anuvrata means following in the footsteps. He was neither pacified nor terrified by the good instructions given by Vasudeva. Kamsa didn't care about the result of his sins now or in the next life. He's a pretty fearless guy. Fearless fool. Most fearless people are foolish also, because it's not intelligent. Probably used to make a joke. People say, I'm not afraid, I'm a big strong guy, I'm not afraid of anybody. Probably said, just let me hold a gun in front of you, see what you say. Oh, don't kill me, I have my wife and kids. You know, please. Oh, so tough. Okay. Oh, I'm not so tough. So, people can talk, but when it gets down to death, then people get a little humble. So, text 47. Nirbandham tasya tam gyatva vichentyana Vichentyana Dundubi Praptam Kalam Prativyodam Idam Tatranu Tatran Vapadyata Nirbandha. When Vasudeva saw that Kamsa was determined to kill Devaki, he thought very deeply. Considering the imminent danger of death, he thought of another plan to stop Kamsa. Text 48. Mrityur buddhi mata payo yavad buddhi balodayam Yad yaso na varteta naparadosti dehana. This is interesting ideas being conveyed here. Oh, I forgot about Vishnu Kamsa. Oh, I know about that. Oh, get back to that. As long as one has intelligence and bodily strength, if he hasn't, I'm wondering, I think I've written down this book. One must try to avoid death. It's the duty of every embodied person. If death can't be avoided, then a person facing death commits no offense. I don't really get this point. I wish my guru was here. I can't figure this out. How's it an offense to die? Avoiding death is not an offense. Huh?
Suicide, maybe.
Yeah, yes. A person facing death commits no offense. What does it mean?
One should try to not die, but in spite of all his endeavors, he is supposed to die. Then there is no offense on his part.
Oh, okay. Offense means, well, it's because we think of offense like Namaparad, stuff like that, Vaishnava. But this idea, offense isn't the best word. It's not, it's not, you could say, adharmic. Because dharma means rules and regulations to guide human behavior. This is dharma. To create morality and civility and peace in society, you have dharma. Kshatriya dharma, Vaishya dharma, Nara dharma, different dharmas. So one dharma is protect your life at all costs. That's what the verse says. But if you can't, and you have to give up your life, and you have to get murdered or die, it's not a dharmic. The offense kind of throws you off. The word is used, aparad, but aparad is translated offense. But I would say aparad in this case means against dharma. Because actually, what does the word rad mean? No, that's aradan. I'm saying rad. R-A-D-H. The word R-A-D-H in Sanskrit means to please, to satisfy. So ab means against satisfaction, against pleasure. So it's against the satisfaction of the Vedic rishis to To kill would let one, to let one, it's not offensive. You have to die because you can't avoid it. Basically, that's the explanation of it. So now, let's go back and look at the commentaries that we forgot. Sorry, kids. Okay, verse 45.
Yeah, 45 onwards, yes.
Commentary. So, Vishnu says, by following the saying, by praising a ferocious person, by praising one, a ferocious person becomes tame. That's pretty good. Didn't work with Kamsa's case. Vasudeva again began praising Kamsa. Putrika Upama means daughter. Devaki deserves your mercy because she's like your daughter. Or it can mean, Putrika means that Devaki is petrified. That means extremely frightened, like a doll out of fear. In other words, she's stunned in fear. Petrified means like a rock, like stunned. She's stunned in fear. Like you see sometimes when animals get afraid, they just stop. They don't move. Like deer or something, they see a lion, they try to figure out what to do. They get short-circuited. Fight or flight, or run or stand, or pray or cry, or what to do, So she was like that, like a doll, out of fear. Dina Vatsa. So he's praising him and saying, you should be affectionate to the weak. Dina Vatsa means affectionate to the weak. You should not kill her because you're compassionate to the suffering. The real meaning of Dina Vatsa is one who accepts even a calf from the most poor person as tax. That's wild. Because Vatsa in Sanskrit means a baby cow, a calf. And the mother of the calf is the best example of parental affection, motherly affection. So that's why motherly affection in Kavya, Sanskrit Kavya, is called Vatsalya. The possession of a cow-like affection. This is off. It's off or on? It's on. It's off. It's on. It's on. It's on? Okay. Okay. It does that sometimes. It's kind of like us. Sometimes we're on, sometimes we're off. Power's not coming. Feel flat, feel no energy. The 46th commentary, Bodhyamana P means pacified. Although Kamsa was instructed by Vasudeva with pacifying and fear-instilling words, because he kept a company of Rakshasas, he did not give up his intent to kill Devaki. He was pretty determined. Well, of course, we know the outcome, so it doesn't have that much. We know that he doesn't kill her. Because we know the movie ending because we saw it before. So we finished 48 already?
47 also, 48 also.
Okay, commentary on 48. Oh, I only read the, oh, you said that, okay. Yavad Buddhi, what does that mean? Intelligence, yeah. As long as one has power and brains, one should try to avoid death. That makes sense. I think they say self-preservation is the first law of nature. So, Vasudeva will try to avoid, I cannot use strength to avoid Devaki's death at Kamsa's hand, but I can use my intelligence. Aso means death. Okay, text 49 and 50. Let's chant together here. Follow me. Pariya mrityave putran
Sadaya mutrave putran.
mochaye kripanam imam
Imam.
sutame yadi jayeran
Sutame yadi jayeran.
mrityuva namriyeta chet
Namyeta che.
viparyo vakim nasyad
Viparyayo vakinnasya.
gatir datur daratyaya
Gatir dhatur duratyaya.
Upastito nirvarteta
Upastito nivarteta.
nivrita punarapatate.
Nivritta punarapatet.
Okay, Vasudeva. Consider, by delivering all my sons to Kamsa, who is death personified, I shall save Devaki's life. Perhaps Kamsa will die before my sons take birth. Or since he is already destined to die at the hands of my son, one of my sons may kill him. For the time being, let me promise to hand over my sons so that Kamsa will give up this immediate threat, and if in due course of time Kamsa dies, I shall have nothing to fear. Good logic. Vasudeva mentally speaks this verse. This is what I will do. I will give my sons to this personification of death, Pradaya Mrityave, Kamsa. But then Vasudeva thinks, that is not proper. With this anxiety, he continues to think, if I don't have any sons, there's no need to worry. If I have sons and Kamsa does not die by then, it is certainly improper. But I must save Devaki now. If Kamsa dies before that time, then there's no need to worry. If I give my sons to Kamsa, they may become strong. Radhe Sham. Okay. If I give my sons to Kamsa, they may become strong and kill Kamsa. But how can infant sons kill strong Kamsa? The ways of Bhagavan are hard to understand, but Providence has proclaimed, the eighth child will kill Kamsa. Therefore it is better to save Devaki from Kamsa's hands by promising to give us, that's good, by promising to give the children to him, where Kamsa will also die. So we have a commentary of Prabhupada on verse 48. It's kind of repeated, but I like the angle that some of the things Prabhupada says. It is natural for a person facing untimely death to try his best to save himself. That is one's duty. Although death is sure, everyone should try to avoid it and not meet death without opposition, because every living soul is by nature eternal. Because death is a punishment imposed in the condemned life of material existence. The Vedic culture is based on avoiding death. Everyone should try to avoid death and rebirth by cultivating spiritual life and should not submit to death without struggling to survive. One who is not trying to stop death is not intelligent. Because Devaki was face to face with imminent death, it was Vasudeva's duty to save her. He was trying his best to do so. He considered another way to approach Kamsa so that Devaki will be saved. Wow. Okay, 649 and 50. Pradaya Mrityave Putran. Oh, we said that one already, yes. Oh, I didn't read the translation. Did I read the translation?
Yes, you read the commentary.
Oh, okay. Oh, I backed up a little. What? We're on verse 51.
Yes, Guru.
Okay. Agner Yata Dara Viyoga Yoga Yor
Agne Yata Daru Yoga Yoga Yor
Adrishatonyan Nanimittam Asti
Adrustatonyan Manimittam Asti
Eva Vijantur Abidur Vivavya
Evam Vijankor Apidur Vibhavya
Sharira Samyoga Vinyoga Hetu.
Sharira Samyoga Viyoga Hetu.
When a fire, for some unseen reason, jumps over one piece of wood and sets another fire to the next piece of wood, the cause is destiny. Similarly, when a living being accepts a body and leaves another body, there is no other reason than destiny. Okay, that's the way it goes. That reminds me of an interesting thing, a fact. Around year 2000, about 26 years ago, Calcutta, every year in January, they have a Calcutta International Book Fair. Or I don't know what it's called, Indian, but book publishers are gather there, and people come there. So all book publishers from India and around the world come there to show off their best-selling books, to sell them and to promote their business, publishing firm. So BBT had a big stall there with many tables displaying Bengali, English, Hindi books, etc. And there was a big fire there at the International Book Fair. And you know, books paper catches fire pretty fast. So there was millions of dollars worth of damage, and the whole book fair burned down practically. So the bookstall on the right-hand side of BBT burned down. The bookstall on the left side burned down. Bookstall across the aisle burned down. The bookstall behind them burned down. In all directions and all sides, the whole place burned up. The BBT was standing still, untouched. That page was on the front page of the Times of India. And I met some devotees from Calcutta that were in charge of that. They said it was a miracle. We were watching the news that night, it happened at night, and no one was really there. It was late at night. And we were so, we didn't know, we were in suspense. So they ran down, everything was all fire and fire trucks, no one could get anywhere near. So it wasn't until the next day, going down. Okay. Over for business. All their books were burned up except Prabhupada. In fact, Siddhanta Saraswati said one thing. He said, I don't know if I remember the quote exactly, but I give you the idea. He said, if all the other books in the world burned up and there's only one book left, what book should that be? He said it should be Srimad Bhagavatam. So that practically happened at the book fair in Calcutta. All the books in the world burned up except Bhagavatam, which we're studying now. So the conclusion is Bhagavatam is fireproof. So if you study Bhagavatam, you won't get burned. Which means what? Samsara davanala lila loka. Davanala means forest fire. Material existence is like a forest fire. Samsara davanala, the fire of material existence. Samsara davanala lila loka tranaya. Tranaya means deliver. Tranaya karuna. The mercy of Guru, compassion Guru, delivers me from burning fire, forest fire of material existence. Okay, so what's around verse 51? So let's do, what are we on? 52? We did that? No. Verse 52. Okay, ready?
Yes, Gurudev.
I can't see so good, they say. Evam vimishyatam papam
Evam vimrishyatam papam
yavadatmani darshanam
yavadatmani darshanam
pujayamasa vaishorir
pujayamasa vaishaurir
bhaumana what was it? Parasaram.
Bhagavana
Parasaram. After thus considering, all things considered, as far as his knowledge will allow, Vasudeva submitted his proposal to the sinful Kamsa with great respect. What is the Sanskrit for great respect? Tell me.
Mana, Bahumana.
I ask some of the more intelligent members of the audience. Okay, girls, let's hear it. Srinadapi Sunichena Toriva Sishna Amanina Kirtaniyasa. Man means respect. Look at the verse. That's a hint. Gave the answer. Now put it together. Come on, kids. I'm rooting for you. I'll give you another hint. Line 4. What is the Sanskrit for lots of man? Bahuman. Man means respect. Take what you know to learn what you don't know. That's the way you learn. Hey, wait a minute, what's this word? I know this word. Man. Bahu Shaka, Mahabahu, many arms. Bahu always means many. Many man, many, lots of respect. So Vasudeva is showing great respect to this Rakshasa Kamsa. Okay, that was 50, was that 2? Huh? What is commentary here? Not much commentary there. Vimrishya, contemplating. After carefully considering options by using his intelligence to his full capacity to determine the correct path, Vasudeva praised the most sinful Kamsa, Papam. Oh, what a guy to deal with, huh? Text 53. Prasanna Vadanam Bojo,
Prasanna Vadanam Bojo,
Nisham Sam Nirapatrapam
Drisham Sam Nirapatrapam,
Manasa Duyamanena
Manasa Duyamanena,
Yasan Idam Abravit.
Vihasan Idam Pravit.
What is the word for smile?
Hasan.
Too bad. What's a big smile?
Vihasan.
Vihasan. Hasyaras. Who's famous for that?
Madhumangal.
Both right. Yeah, that's what I figured you'd say that. That could be expected that you would say that. I agree also. Okay, what verse are we on now? 53 or what?
Yes,
We read this translation?
yes. No,
Vasudeva's mind was full of anxiety because Devaki was in danger. But in order to please the cruel, shameless, sinful Kamsa, quite a lot of adjectives there, huh? Cruel, shameless, sinful. He externally smiled and spoke to him as follows. Bihasan, smiling externally. Thus they smiled externally to show Kamsa that he was internally satisfied, but factually he was suffering internally. What's that called?
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy. It's called wife. You got my drift?
Yes.
Smiling but miserable inside. You guys are experienced, you must be understanding. So what's commentary here? Let's see. There is, no, what is it? Oh, yeah. We already said it.
Yes,
Okay. Now let's see Prabhupada's commentary. I noted it here. Sometimes one must act duplicitously. This little dangerous commentary of Prabhupada, which some disciples have exploited. Sometimes one must act duplicitously, Prabhupada says, in a dangerous situation, as Vasudeva did to save his wife. The material world is complicated, and to execute one's duty, one cannot avoid adopting such diplomacy. Vasudeva did everything possible to save his wife for the sake of for Krishna's birth. This indicates that one may act duplicitously for the purpose of saving Krishna's interest. That's a little dangerous commentary. If I was writing this commentary for the members of ISKCON, I wouldn't do it, because a lot of bad things have happened in the name of this commentary. Oh boy, this is a dangerous one. Yeah, Baba.
There's a very giant hole in this whole program in that Vasudeva never thought of the idea of not having children. That's not even a concept here, because children don't make themselves. So why didn't he just not have children? Why wouldn't that solve the problem? You know, they don't make themselves. There's activity involved. conscious activity.
And then you back it up even more, why get married?
No, I'm saying that option's never brought up as if it wasn't even thought of back then. Like it was such your duty to have children.
Okay, so you're making a comment on historical perspective.
Yeah, exactly. Like this
How
was definitely not-
Dharma is different in different ages.
Yes. Now we would think, okay.
5,000 years ago, Dharma means, because there's also laws in Dharma Shastra that say a marriage without children is like a tree without fruits.
Yes.
In other words, the marriage, the Grihastha ashram is fruitless if there's no children. That's a Vedic injunction. So it's, that's what it's for, is to keep the population. So the idea was brought up, why didn't Vasudeva just say, oh, okay, we're not having children, so there won't be one first or eighth, so you won't be killed.
Krishna Chakravarti Pad mentions that point Gurudev in 49 to 50 verse. Was the things actually that?
What's that?
49 to 50 verse. He thinks actually.
Oh, I don't think I read that commentary. Did I?
Yes, you read that.
Oh, yeah.
He thinks actually that if I don't have children, then no need to worry. He thinks actually that possibility also.
So this big zero in this calculation, Vishnu is on your same wavelength. So he mentions in the commentary on verse 49, the Vasudeva thought that. If I don't, thank you for pointing that out. Vasudeva thought, according to Vishnu, if I don't have any sons, there will be no need to worry. Because it was the son that was going to kill him, so we don't have any sons. So this is really getting anxious. I'm feeling anxious about it. I'm nervous. I'm frightened. My hair's standing on end. What verse were I? 44? 54?
Yes, Gurudev.
Sri Vasudeva Vacha
Sri Vasudeva Vacha
Na yasyas te bhayam somya
Nasyasde bhayam saumya
yadvai saha shariravac
Yadvai sahasridavak
putran samarpayashyesya
Putran samarpayishyesya
yataste bhayam utitam
Yataste bhayam uttitam
Translation. That's really funny. He's making a joke, I think. He's telling Kamsa, you're really Somya, you're really mild and calm and sober. He calls Somya, Somya means cool, calm, collective, sober. You have nothing to fear from your sister Devaki, because what you heard from the unseen omen. Vak, what does Vak mean? Speech. What does Sharir mean? Sharir
body.
means body. It's Hindi also, saying Sharir. Asharir means no body. So, unembodied voice. Akashvani, sky, sounds, voice in the sky. The cause of death will be Devaki's sons. Therefore, I promise I'll deliver all the sons to you. Okay, let's look at Vishnu's commentary. What time is it?
4:55.
Okay, thank you. That's verse 54, huh? Okay, Vishnu's commentary. Ashira Vak, unembodied voice. According to the message heard in the sky, you need not fear Devaki, but her 8th child. Don't worry, I will give you all the 8 children. Then you can kill the 8th child, whom you fear. or if you wish, you can kill all 8. So it's a cliffhanger, and we're going to keep hanging on the cliff until next Saturday.
Jai Jai.
Jai Jai Shri Radha.